I'm Brian Graff, and I've got two questions. I'm with
Susan Moon, Elaine Nucci,
Deanna Golden,
Joey Caponera,
Mary Malloy,
Pastor John.
Pastor, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing and why?
Wow. Okay, so I love things like raisins and currants and cranberries. And actually, I kind of like this thing when it's crunchy, but it's also soft. Onions and that kind of thing. But I have to tell you, I lived in Rhode Island, and there's a lot of Italians in Rhode Island. And our neighbor gave us a turkey one Thanksgiving, just because. It was stuffed with sausage and I think peppers and other things. So it kind of had this Italian Mediterranean thing going on.
It's a lot of stuff in your stuffing. Mary, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing and why?
I'm not sure there's one particular ingredient, but I think it's really important to have a variety. My sister-in-law makes this great stuffing that has apples and dried cranberries and this really spicy Italian sausage. And it's a wonderful blend of sweet and tangy and spicy. And it reminds me of this morning, it reminds me of the church, because we need a blend of personalities and gifts.
Joey Caponera, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing?
I like gravy in my stuffing and corn. Gravy and corn.
Wet and weird. Deanna, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing?
I'm not an adventurous culinary person, so it's simple. We've got onion and celery for a little crunch, some poultry seasoning, and then I cheat and put a little mix in there, and that's about it. Now, if you want to not stuff the bird and put it in a casserole dish, my secret would be maybe put an egg in there, and it helps to keep it together in the casserole dish.
Elaine Nucci. Elaine, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing and why?
Ooh, well, I'm not usually the stuffing maker, but I like the idea of apples. I think apples would be really good with turkey, maybe some cranberry in there. But sure, there you go.
Susan Moon. Susan, what kind of stuff is the best stuff to put in your stuffing?
My stuffing is very basic. I use bread and celery and onions and green peppers, salt and pepper, a little bit of butter, a little bit of turkey broth to keep it moist, and that's it. Very basic, very simple.
Okay. Question 2. If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be and why?
I think I would be the gravy, because I like to be involved in everything and spread myself all over the place and do lots of different stuff. So I would be the gravy.
Question 2. If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be and why?
Wow. Okay, I'm going to go to the person who gave me life, which is my mother, because she has a special Jell-O recipe that's a cranberry Jell-O recipe. And I will go with that because there's all these wonderful surprises in it. There's pineapple, there's apples, there's cranberry, of course, and nuts. So I think that's kind of me.
Question 2. If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be?
I am frequently the second near the center. So where I would see Pastor Mary as turkey, I see myself as mashed potatoes. Near the center, but not in it, and a support system, not fancy. You can dress it up a little with some spices or cheese or garlic, but generally just simple.
Potatoes. Question 2. If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be and why?
I think I'd probably be the cream corn.
And why?
Because it's I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna go with pie. Pumpkin pie. I'm pumpkin pie.
And why are you pumpkin pie, Joey?
Because it's the dessert. Everyone likes the dessert, but it's not necessarily good for you.
Question 2. If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be and why?
I would not be anything fancy or gourmet. I would not be the dish you only have once a year. I would be probably mashed potatoes. Something warm and solid and hopefully comforting.
Question 2.
Okay.
If life were a Thanksgiving buffet, what dish would you be and why?
Well, I think either one of two things. Either I'm the cranberry relish, and partly because it is a binding flavor, it kind of pulls in all these other things, like the stuffing and the mashed potatoes with the gravy and the turkey, green beans. And then there's the cranberry that just kind of circles in with all that. Or I'm mincemeat pie. And a mincemeat pie because the chopping together of all these disparate flavors into this amazing dessert with vanilla ice cream on top. Awesome. Terrific.